Hey guys, King Casey here. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite video, the last one of Season 8 week. And today we are going to be doing the first video Fortnite gameplay challenge. I don't know what I'm going to be calling this, but pretty much I have to reenact my first video to the best I can with some other rules. Jacob helped me came up with this one, so go subscribe to his channel. I'll explain more of the rules in the video, but make sure to go leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to see all my future videos. Go check out Jacob's channel in my channel tab, and let's just get right into game number 1. Okay, welcome to game number 1, the only game of this video. Now, pretty much this challenge is probably the most complex one I've ever done on my channel. So, the first part is what I need to do to reenact the video. So, pretty much, I have to build a base in Tilted Towers. That is what I did for my first ever Fortnite gameplay. I have to only use the weapons that I used in that video. I was gonna rock snipers, shotgun, SMG, but this is where Jacob came in and swapped some of the rules and told me to not use shotgun since that would be too easy, so we're only going SMG shotgun. SMG sniper. Then also, then we have to wear the same loadout that we did. I can choose whatever backbling and contrail I want. And then there are some other rules like only using minis as shields. And I think that is all the extra rules. But yeah, so let's just get right into this. And I am allowed to use any traps and meds I want, and I also need to pick up at least one grenade and throw them during the match, so I have them, since I did use grenades in my first video. So pretty much, what we are going to get started with first is we are going to start digging out some room for our base in Tilted. Now I am actually going to finish it off for what I envisioned the base if I would make it to a day in just solos. What I would do, so I get a damage trap. Now I have my SMG. I loot the ammo box, and I'm just looking around trying to think of what I could do. And I'm just looting up, getting all of the wood. And yeah, I think this challenge was actually a pretty interesting one. It's probably one of my most complex ones I've done, and I plan to do more complex ones in the future. But yeah. Alright, so now I pick up some medium ammo and I start to build onto the roof, since one of the distinct features of the base was there was a little roof going onto Tilted. So I make a little hole. So I make some stairs leading up to the top of the building, and then I start demolishing all of the furniture to make room for some windows. So I place down some bricks and edit it to make some walls. I do chop out a lot of the front part of it and just start placing up some new walls, editing it a bit from what it was like originally. And yeah, so and sorry for any background noise you may hear in the video, of course. But yeah, so pretty much I just start to mine out some walls here. I put up some windows. And overall, I'm just looking at it. I make a door on it and a window, just in case if anybody infiltrates my base, I'll have a lot of places to pull out from my thing. And I'm just knocking down the kitchen. It's looking good. So now I'm trying to think, okay, what can I do next? So I decided to actually take out this wall here and the door, so to have like a completely open base. So now I just decided to demolish the entire top floor of this Tilted building and put in some more windows just in case. And just to make it look good, I do end up demolishing the floor also, just to make it look nicer. So I managed to hit out that, and get some things or some windows, just spicing it up a bit, and just me knocking out the last few walls for this. And yeah, so pretty much with this requirement for the challenge done, I would have finished my base off in tilted towers. And pretty much, yeah. And I hear some shotgun battles going on. I don't really pay it too much attention. I just started knocking out the floors. Now, I do know, I think there was a second level to the base in Tilted for the old one, but I'm just going off for what I remember. And there we go. There is my base in Tilted Towers finished off, pretty much. Then I decided to go up and edit some of the roof by just knocking it out and placing in brick. And yeah, if you're wondering, is there gonna be action in this video? Don't worry, I got you covered on action also. But yeah. So I'm just mining out and placing in some roofs, and then I go down and look at the final product. I'll admit, it looks pretty good. And right now I'm just trying to get a peek of where everything is, so I'm just in my base, peeking through the top. I do not actually have a sniper rifle yet. I am lacking on equipment items that I can use. But yeah, and then I decide to place a trap right there. That will come in handy later. So I try to hit that guy on the top there just to get into some action. Since I'm like, okay, I was thinking to myself here, do I leave my base and go out and fight? Or do I stay in the base and wait for people to come to me? So what I end up deciding is I do decide to end up going, but I decide to take it down and get a look of my base from the outside. So I open the door, and it looks decent enough, I'll give it that. Even though it is off in some perspectives, but I'm like, okay, let's get moving in. And I was kind of stupid right now, but I didn't realize the bush until he started using balloons. So I'm like, kill it! It's a bush! And first elimination, SMG only. So then I run over to see what loot that this kid had, and he had balloons, mounted turret. I didn't see the dynamite there. I forgot about that requirement that I needed to pick up some grenades and throw them in the challenge. So I forgot that. And I was thinking to myself before I got any grenades, and I'm like, crud, I think I just failed the challenge. But yeah, so now I'm just moving out. I do contemplate going for the chest, but then I decide against it. But now I start to build up, and I hear somebody moving up there, so I actually don't go up there to do it. So yeah. So now I put on some balloons and decide to run up and jump to make it up to the top of the base. So yeah, and I see someone building cones over there, so I'm like, nope. I immediately fall back to the protection of my base, because I know there's a secret trap there, but I'm like, they can see it from running in, but so I just get in, shut the door, and I hear somebody. I crouch down, and to get their attention, I just shoot an SMG shot. And the reason I picked up the pump was so that they could not get it. I didn't know if they had a shotgun or not. So I immediately get into my base and look up at the top, and they're down there. So I unequip my balloon and get down, and they're right outside my base door. And they see me, so they throw a clear. I immediately build up to defensive positions, and I'm like, okay, close up the windows, and they go in, and the trap gets them. That trap pretty much saved me there. And then I realized, oh, that's right, I need to do the grenade. So I pick up the clingers for a bit later in the match. So right now I'm just organizing my inventory. I put the balloons, clingers, mini shields, etc. But yeah, so my base did get damaged a bit, but I just decided to fix that up, or some of it at least. So then I actually decide to move out because I need to get going. So yeah, and the video is gonna cut out for like a quick second, but yeah, now we are moving in to one of the final circles. There's a big battle going on in the middle of Tilted. The battle I was in was just a small skirmish, and I just decided to ignore that part entirely and just decide to move out with everything that was going on. So I'm just running across the river because if you get caught in the river in a gunfight and like people are at the top, they can just laser down on you, and no matter how many mats you have, you will eventually die. Except if you're ninja, obviously. But yeah. So now I'm moving up to the pirate base, and I drop my balloon since I hear somebody up there. And somebody is in the pirate base, so I'm like, okay. I decided to build up a bit, equip my balloon, and with a very well-timed jump, I managed to jump, and then that guy actually goes running off into a battle. So I decide to immediately to go. I'm like, okay, should I push him or not? But I'm like, you know what? I'm actually gonna take a step back and go to the pirate base. So I'm just waiting around, looking around. I see some gliders, but I don't immediately pick them up. Those will come in handy later. So now I'm looking around, and I immediately notice a gold P90, and I'm like, give me that. So I pick it up immediately. But yeah, so now I'm contemplating, is an infantry rifle classified as a sniper rifle? But just in case, as a quick escape, I take a cannon and aim it up. And if you also were wondering, I'm not using any weapon skins. I should have mentioned that before, but yeah, so then I'm like, okay, infantry rifle counts as a sniper, and I equip it. So yeah, so now I'm just looking around the circle, and I'm contemplating of moving in, but I decide I've end up not needing to, and I hear gunshots, and I'm like, okay, who is that at? So I start to look around, and I'm starting to think it's at Dusty Diner. That's where one of the big fights were coming from. And yes, I'm right, there is a guy. You can't not see it that good, but yes, there is somebody actually there. And I'm wondering what happened to those two that were battling in Tilted. Did they make it out or died by the storm? They probably made it out. But yeah, so I'm just trying to hit this guy, and I actually hit him for some shield. Get it on me, because I normally don't get that many kills with sniper rifles. And so I'm just waiting at the top, and I actually do fire like a shot at the guy that has really good high ground against the other guy. And that guy just got lit up with an RPG, and I hear an RPG, and I don't know where that RPG was actually going, because I hear it, and I'm like, okay, where is this thing? I don't see the RPG, but I get sniped at, so I get down, and I'm pretty much just looking around, thinking of my next move. And I see gliders, and I'm like, okay, I'm not using this infantry rifle entire game. I'm going to use some gliders. And then I see somebody building over, even though I did not notice that right off the bat. And then I see somebody building over. He must be a survivor from Tilted. And I'm like, okay, so what's gonna happen here? So I'm looking, and there's one guy building up, but there's also another guy there also, which I see coming up, and I'm like, okay, there's that guy. So I start to get into defensive positions, and I'm hoping this other guy will attack, and he starts to build up, so I take some shots at him, but I ultimately reload my P90, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I have to do the grenade challenge, but pretty much, this guy thought the guy wasn't here, and so I'm just waiting, and this guy starts building up, and I'm like, okay, really? So I have to shoot him down for some fall damage, and then I reload and immediately throw clingers at him, completing that challenge. And I actually stay right there, so I fall back really fast, then get back up on the high ground. There's about 12 players left, and those guys are in the middle of a battle right there. And yeah, so he's building up again on me. He actually gets a good hit on me, causing me to back off. So I'm thinking, and I get hit at again, so I have 2 guys on me right now. And I'm trying to think of what I could do. So, I'm just sitting in my 1x1 at the top of the pirate base. I got high ground, 2 other players there, and they're currently fighting it out really close. So I'm like, okay, you know what? If this would be my time to run, this would be it. Get down a bit to make sure that I'm not being followed, and with just breaking a bit, I find the cannon rooms. So I'm just making sure that he isn't there. I pick up the balloons before I leave, and I just get it in the cannon. I'm contemplating if I do it, since I don't. There's currently top 10, and I'm thinking, do we run or do we not? But they're far away, but I just get hit, so I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'm out. And I redeploy my glider while in cannonball to get to the higher build, but he gets a good hit on me, taking me down some health, so I have to land and go into defensive positions. I'm probably in the best position I could be right now on top of Dusty Divot, and I'm just looking around, and somebody put a cannonball right there, and so I'm thinking, okay, I should get higher up. So I start building around me, and I look, and I say, where's that guy going? And I just hear gunfire, but I'm not worrying about that. I'm just reorganizing my inventory to make sure that I know where everything is, where is when the battle goes out. So then my structure starts breaking. I'm like, crap. And it goes down, but I use my glider to deploy literally at the last second. And if you look over, there is a 5-way battle going on over there. And most people just abandon ship and run, like those 2 guys. So then I have to build up again. And one of them actually goes to land on me. Like 3 people came from that battle. So I immediately get ready to go into defense, into a build battle, but I hear a guy place down a trap, but nobody actually comes out. 7 people left. A couple people did die in that battle. So I'm wondering, besides the people I saw run, who else survived? Since I think I saw 3 people running, and I look over, and one guy made it out. I think that's the same guy that I was battling against the other guy. But yeah. So now I'm just waiting. I swap out my inventory some more, and this is when the storm is moving in. So I'm like, okay, I need to move in. I have collider redeploy and balloons, mobility. So my plan is to just sit on top and then fly slowly with the storm into the divot, which would get me some cover. So I jump now, and I just start, and I immediately get hit pretty good, and I just go to land in one of the trees so I don't die. But now I know I can get down since I have balloons, and I can just float to safety. So I'm waiting, and people are just getting shot at, and I'm still sitting in my tree like a dummy, and pretty much I get sniped. Well, that's the end of the game, guys. But before we actually end off this video, I just wanted to say I hope you enjoyed Season 8 week. I actually got all 5 videos out on the days they were said to be, so happy me. But I hope you guys enjoyed Season 8 week, and I hope you look forward to what I have planned for March. It's going to be a pretty good month on my YouTube channel, so get hyped. But, okay guys, enough of that. Anyways, again, make sure to go check out my brother's channel, and, yeah, you know what, I'm going to be signing off here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.